Welcome to Demo Daze, boy.
We're going to play the God of War 1 demo for PS2 that was sent to Joe.
For free.
For free. Thank you, Sony Santa Monica. We're really appreciative of that.
Yeah, how long ago was that? That was 2005?
Wow. That recent, actually?
Yeah, I mean, the first God of War was a pretty recent, it was a late era PlayStation 2 game.
Oh.
And then the God of War 2 came out after the PlayStation 3 was already out.
Oh, okay.
In 2007.
All right, let's go new game, Joe.
Okay, so, I mean, we're just doing this because our kind of interest in this property is at an all-time high coming off of...
the new God of War.
Yeah, we've played the original trilogy and didn't...
Gods of Olympus have abandoned me.
Particularly like them.
The Ghost.
Well...
Yeah, like these are just... This is max cheese.
Yeah.
And Kratos,
Edgelord
cast
Kratos,
himself from the highest mountain in all of Greece. After 10 years of suffering, 10 years of endless nightmares, it would finally come to an end.
Yeah, it kind of like...
Would be his escape.
Already I hate this Kratos.
Yeah. I mean, I think the only redeeming thing about this Kratos is the new game.
Yeah.
Where that Kratos feels guilty about being this Kratos.
Yeah.
Kratos had once been a champion of the gods.
The GNC.
Looks good.
Oof. I remember back in the day people acting like this was some sort of like master class in art and tech. And maybe on a technical level, but I mean just even for PS2 this looked pretty rough, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it seems like it was one of those levels that, maybe I'm wrong about this, but it seemed like people wanted it to be like a Mario Bros. Level 1-1, where it's like, oh, this is the kind of beginning, the intro to a game that you would analyze for a video game class. You know, this is how to start a video game.
I think I've heard that argument before. Was that in extra credits?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like I have heard that though, but
Oh wait. Okay. Oh, dodging. Okay.
I feel like it's just like I'm so happy that we have the new God of War as like
For comparison,
how
to do it right,
how to actually do it right, and how far like that team has come since these days.
Yeah,
and this, I think this is a pretty impressive looking PS2 game, but obviously like Final Fantasy 12 looks better. Metal Gear Solid 3 looks better. But,
I mean, Metal Gear Solid 2 I think looks better.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's this was sort of, I mean, Sony Santa Monica had been around for years, but this was sort of their coming out as a big boy,
Yeah.
So, somebody to pay attention to. Oh, there's a jump. Okay.
All right, Joe.
Double jump.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird to think of the new Kratos having a double jump at one point in his life.
I like double jumps, but I can't get my mind around a world where double jumps could happen. Mm-hmm. I just... Yeah.
What do you mean? He's just jumping on the air.
I mean, that's really thick air.
Kratos is a thick boy. Boy.
Wow, the screen is really dark. Boom.
It's funny, like the representation of those types of healing chests and things in the new God of War. Like, the new God of War actually does feel a lot, I think, has a similar feeling to like a PS2 game. Maybe not necessarily
Oh.
a similar feeling to.
Apologies, it's really dark. I can't see. Is this? Okay, all right. It is really hard to see on our end. Yeah, I know what you mean, and we talked about it. It's kind of laid out, and you'd made this comparison, and most people would do a double take if you said it. But the new God of War is structured a lot like the first Jack and Daxter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I think, yeah, like. Yeah, but I guess maybe we're talking too much about the new God of War when we should be talking about this sick. What is this thing? A Leviathan?
Hydra.
Hydra?
One head of the Hydra. It's like Sydney in the morning.
This is cool. But yeah, you know, like.
Oh, QuickTime events.
There you go. I feel like was there like a game that was maybe this at this high fidelity and this graphic at the time,
I think it's.
or brutal?
I think you're thinking. The closest analogy would be like Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Very dainty. It's. I guess maybe part of its popularity from the jump is that it was kind of like a Mortal Kombat action game that was, it like with a solid production, and it's kind of that level of, I don't know, sophistication, not to dog on.
Yeah.
I mean, not everything can be, Shakespeare.
You might have to jump down behind us, Joe.
Oh, okay.
Can you jump down there?
Oh,
We can swim. I'm not sure, I guess. Oh, it looks like was that a door on the left up there?
I can.
Yeah.
Okay, shit snacks. Okay, here we go. All right.
Sorry, everybody. Joe's playing, so just expect a little bit poor gameplay, poor
Okay.
performance.
Where now?
Right?
Right.
Is that a door?
Oh, you are totally right.
Stay away from me!
It's cool water.
I know who you are.
I know. Is there voice acting? Wait,
There is, yeah. This is
Okay.
turned out really low, but there's voice acting, I believe. Maybe not in the demo.
Did everybody hear that?
Yeah, you hear that
scratchy stuff?
static, yeah.
Okay, click through, Joe.
Oh,
You, the ghost of
Yeah.
yeah. It sounds
voice
like he's,
acting.
yeah.
Stay away from me!
What did
You gotta kill him.
Oh,
No?
I know
Okay.
who you are.
Maybe not.
okay.
Huh?
Okay,
Well,
I came in. Okay, got it. Here we go. I mean, like, what is? I think this game, like, its inspiration seems to be clearly like a Devil May Cry.
yeah, character action game with. Yeah, Devil May Cry has fixed camera, right?
Yes, or the first one did, and third and fourth one.
We're not familiar, but yeah, it's sort of. I think
I'm
I
killing
think
dudes here.
It seems like the design doc was like, okay, let's make a first party Devil May Cry that's kind of like Mortal Kombat, you know?
Well, I mean, I think that's maybe the analog would be like Mortal Kombat was like, let's take Street Fighter 2 and make it really gory, and or let's take a Capcom game and just make a really gory version of it for Americans.
I think that the Blades of Chaos are actually kind of interesting from a visual and mechanic standpoint, just makes them easier to see when they light on fire, and it's kind of like a fun weapon, kind of like a Castlevania whip. Like, people like this kind of idea of just like crowd control weapons sometimes, and like just swinging them around.
Yeah. I cannot see what is.
Hey, Joe's having a hard time.
Yeah.
Jump off that balcony. Yep.
This one?
No. What is kind of crazy is, like, there's actually a lot of, I think, when they were making the new God of War,
Oh. There it is.
I think they wanted to make, like, certain scenes or areas and environments be evocative of this intro to God of War 1. You know, even, like, with the giant serpent.
Jormungandr.
Yeah.
Oh, balls.
And, you know, like in Helheim, isn't there like a boat that kind of looks like this
Oh, yeah.
in the new God of War? And
I'm not good at this game. Yeah, but it is like iconic and fun and instantly like readable and playable.
yeah, and you know, I don't think it's a bad setup to this game, and I don't think it's a bad demo. You know, like, I think you learn, for the most part, everything you're gonna need to learn about this game's story. Like, it's pretty thin. You know,
Yeah.
Kratos is a jerk. Kratos kills things and is brutal. And
Blames for other people for his problems.
I don't know if you get that from this yet, but
Oh,
like
from
you
the
definitely,
yeah.
you definitely get like you're talking to that prisoner. He's like, I don't want to be saved by you, you know. And it's like normally in a game it'd be, I mean, yeah, it's just defining Kratos as an anti-hero.
Yeah.
People don't like him.
And like in part of the reason like I was never in love with this, I just don't like character action games. Mm-hmm. I mean, the mechanics are fine, but like I just want my mechanics to serve some greater narrative purpose that, or for it to be implemented in a, I don't know, more interactive fashion.
Yeah, like think like, you know, the first Nier has, as you know, similar mechanics. You know, people call them doggy and rough or whatever, but like that, we really like that first Nier game because it gives you a world to explore and inhabit and characters to care about. You know, I feel like a lot of times for us, it's hard for us to connect to the characters in a character action game. It's hard for us to get behind their motivations and their reasoning and want to keep going through their story.
Or to feel like a sense of place, because like you just feel like you're funneled through like a roller coaster. Sort
Yeah,
of.
an amusement park.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a real place. Lou? Okay, there you go. But I mean, kudos for the new God of War for doing like everything that I love. I mean, I guess it could have used a town.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was being really picky.
Did it have a day-night cycle?
No. Yeah, I mean, there's two things. If I've been really picky. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, no!
What is that? Oh,
The visions, they were real.
it's like a burlap sack.
Told me their champion would come and rescue us from the Hydra. But you're too late. We're pinned down. These creatures, they came from nowhere. The ships are all destroyed. All hope is lost, Spartan. Even for you.
Whoa.
Yeah, Kratos, like, I feel like at the time they thought, oh no, Kratos is cool. This is a cool character. You know, he's sophisticated, deep, you know, and it's like, no, Kratos is a bad character here. And I think it's fine to have a character like this and a character who blames, you know, everything. Kratos can never take responsibility. He's just angry. I think that's fine if I really believe that the writers
ball set.
and the game understood that was the case. But I feel like this whole game has this attitude of it really, really thinks that no, this is cool. You know, it's cool to have a character like this.
Yeah, or they believe it is just inherently relatable. And I mean, I have my own theories about why maybe that is the case, but I don't want to throw anybody under the bus here, you know.
Sony Santa Monica in 2004.
Yeah, you know, anybody who was like a notoriously hard to work with. It's like famously a big angry jerk. I mean, nobody specifically.
No, we don't name call in Carriage way.
Yeah, we'll do that off mic.
We've already have, Joe. We don't need to.
Okay. There we go. Give me my health. Come on. Damn it. There's something about like the visual aesthetic that I think, you know, I think there's a through line between, although it doesn't share any creative talent that I know of, between Doom, Mortal Kombat, and God of War.
Yeah.
Just a kind of like,
I think a certain ugliness.
yeah, I mean, yeah. Kind of, oh, I think they owe a lot to Heavy Metal magazine.
Yeah, I think they're drawing upon similar inspirations for sure.
Hey, this is like Mario World.
Yeah. Koopas. Like the animations are so stiff. And like even for PS2, I remember it seems like these God of War games, they got always look really stiff.
I think overall the God of War 2 aged a lot better.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's one of those classic cases of the 1-2 punch. You know, they lay the groundwork with the original, and it's a little rougher on the edges, and then using that as a springboard create something that really shines.
You know, this kind of reminds me of like a beat 'em up.
I think that's like, yeah, character action games are just 3D beat 'em ups, kind of.
Yeah. Like, so you kind of get to the screen and you kill these guys and then you can move on, you know? And I think you technically could be moving on right now. It's not like the screen's prohibiting you from doing so, but you know, it's like that little arrow or finger pointing, like, all right, it's time to, you know, you can move on now.
Yeah. And I just don't think like beat 'em ups have aged particularly well, unless you add a bunch of other things to the beat 'em ups, you know, like Scott Pilgrim or Castle Crashers. You got to add a lot of RPG to your beat 'em up to make it playable, I think.
For us.
Yeah. Or I mean, I just say for a general audience.
All right, Joe. Let's jump down the rope.
Ouch. That would hurt so bad.
Not Kratos. I think that like a problem I'm having here too is like, okay, so we're the player, and like, okay, we're going through this linear level, and I don't know like if we realize what our purpose is, what is our objective, why did we just slide down that rope now, other than that was the only way to go, like why was that the best option for us, like why did we want to come over here? What's over here?
Yeah. I mean, and like I kind of have that problem with the design of even those Uncharted games, like how it just, however, you just happen to be closer to your objective no matter what's happening.
Lord
Ooh.
Kratos, before you reach Athens, there is a
Who's that guy?
you must complete.
I can't remember. He's probably telling us, but the volume is down.
It is terrorized.
The statue guys don't even want to look at him.
Your skills are
They're embarrassed.
He looks so believable.
resistance.
It's a good face for PS2.
Of the gods.
Yeah.
Take this weapon, Kratos. Take this power and use it to defeat your enemies.
Was it Zeus? Oh, Poseidon.
Go with the gods, Kratos.
Yeah.
Go
Things are going to go really, really well for Poseidon.
That looks nothing like the Poseidon in 3.
Yeah.
I guess it is kind of funny that, you know, like every God of War game like, builds upon the last one in like this, in a pretty cool way. So like here Poseidon's on your side and giving you power. And then,
In 3, you're gouging his eyes
yeah,
out.
it's pretty cool.
It's a weird thing to have on a ship.
Like a weird portal to talk to Poseidon.
Yeah.
Why? It seems like sailors would want to talk to Poseidon. They just go down to the portal room and talk to him if they have any questions about what the sea's like today. You know, also something that I really like about the new God of War is that, like, the gods are represented more correctly and true to their representations in actual mythology, where, like, the gods in this are just, you know, pretty flat. It's like Poseidon's just like a pretty cool dude, you know, and Zeus is like, yeah, he's a pretty cool dude, you know, like all of them are just pretty cool gods, you know, but you know, like that's not how Greek mythology was. It's like the gods were giant jerks constantly and just abusing people and
Right. And like Kratos' problem with the gods is that they recognize that he's a maniac and take his god powers away because he was being a maniac.
But what's weird is he's like the most, probably the most faithful to like what a Greek god would have actually been like.
Yeah.
Just like completely chaos, you know.
Have you ever read the Iliad?
Yeah.
I mean, it's,
No, I guess I've read the Odyssey.
but it just had just impressed upon me just what kind of dumb jerk assholes all these Greek heroes and figures were. But you know, from cultural osmosis that you, it would lead you to believe that, oh man, these guys are just like really cool and
Yeah,
sophisticated.
there's a Disney movie about them, and they're cool and they're awesome.
But they're just a bunch of assholes, and like children, raping and pillaging and like getting in petty little squabbles, and even like fucking Odysseus, who's supposed to be like the smartest, cleverest of them all, is kind of a dumbass. I suck at this game. This is Motorstorm all over again.
Yeah, it's hard to watch, quite frankly.
Do you want to take over?
No.
I would not mind at all.
No, it's alright, Joe. I'll just keep complaining about your gameplay.
Okay, what do I do with this?
Go fight the other one.
Okay, got it. Oh, or fall to my death.
You have your magic power too.
Oh, that's right. How do I
Oh
get...
no, he came back to life. Fuck.
I was
maybe
too
you were
slow.
supposed to do something. I don't get it.
Okay. I can't remember. There we go. I am sucking it up something fierce. Just about to die. You have to take over. Ah, if I
Well,
die.
yeah, it might just be into demo days.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody knows how that goes.
Yeah.
Final thoughts, Joe?
I like that new God of War.
Yeah, that new God of War is really good.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, if
Suck it, Jaffe.
if you didn't like God of War before, you will probably like it now.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess pretty much if you thought that this demo looked boring and stupid and Kratos is lame and everything about it was unlikable, then you'll probably like that new God of War. You really will. You really will, because it's like pretty much the opposite of this.
You know, it's more like an action RPG.
Yeah.
Like we were even talking about it, like in terms of themes and structure and how you play. It's more like Nier on PS3 than it is, like God of War.
But thank you, everybody, for watching Demo Days, and we hope to see you back for the next one and whatever else we're playing right now.
Okay. Have fun and be safe.